camp? To what extent has that defeat at Lord's taken the wind out of your sails?
Yeah, I mean, boys are training well, and it was a really good game of cricket that could have gone either way. So for us, it's reflecting on those positives, and we know we're up against a strong English side as well, who have a well-balanced squad, and obviously going through some transition and played really well. So it was a good match, but for us, we want to try and improve on that performance and touch on some small areas.
None of your top four got over 15 in either innings. How big a concern is that?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it also looks at some of the challenges I think that were at Lord's, and there were similarities throughout the whole game in both sides. And for us as a side and individuals within it, it's trying to commit to our jobs as best we can and try and make as big a contribution as we can.
Do you feel like now you've had one test, you kind of came into that first test maybe a little bit undercooked in terms of getting used to the conditions? Do you feel better placed here?
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough game, and both teams, were highly competitive, and we know coming here to another venue, it's important we adjust to the difference in the conditions, and like I say, just reflect a little bit on that performance that we had last week, and try and touch on some small areas to improve on.
And with the series on the line, it's all or nothing, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you want to try and win every game that you play, but ultimately it's about improving as a side, and the picture's always, it's always about the big picture. So for us, it's just looking at those small steps, committing to the things that are important to us, and looking forward to the match tomorrow.
Ben Stokes has talked about them enjoying their cricket a bit more. Did you notice that from England under Brendan McCullum and Stokes, a bit more energy?
Well, I mean, that's great if that is what's happening, and it's a game that is meant to be enjoyed, and a sport that we're all fortunate to be playing, so enjoying it is a big part of it.
And your team news, is Nichols likely to come back in? What are you looking to balance up now? You're on hometown.
Yeah, need to see the pitch, and Henry's going to look to get through training today. Love to give you a bit more on the team, but obviously factoring in Henry's inclusion. If he passes today, then there'll be an adjustment with the balance. Colin de Grandhomme obviously is not available, so a little bit to think through this morning, but we need to look at the surface too.
Kane, how much consideration do you give to bringing Neil Wagner back into the side?
Yeah, I mean, at this stage, with a couple of balls in the air, there's consideration for a few things, but we'll look to make those decisions as quickly as possible when the cover comes off the surface, and we get a better idea of Henry's fitness.
Any consideration to bowling some spin yourself? I noticed you rolled the arm over yesterday.
Yeah, come out of retirement. Yeah, look, it's an option, I suppose, if I bring myself on. But it's something that obviously, as a bowling group, the guys like to do the bulk of the work, and I always want to be rolling my arm over just in case.
Any thoughts to building plans towards attacking Joe Root in the time that you've had since the first test?
Yeah, I mean, look, Joe's an amazing player, and obviously his achievements throughout his career, but certainly in the last match as well, speak volumes to that. And for us, obviously you're always trying to address plans and do them as best you can to give yourself a step in the right direction. But at the same time, you have to applaud a fantastic knock, and also not overthink it. I think as a team, it's always about coming back to what's important to you as a group, and moving on from the last match.
Ken,